Hello everyone, this is Kaifu here with game 1 in the series between Kehnan and Ethan. With Kehnan on my left side playing World Tree OTK, while on my right side we do have Ethan playing Tree Control. So this will be a Tree Control versus a Tree OTK. Now the Tree OTK I explained it many times before in my previous videos, especially in Swiss. All this deck is about is playing solitary. The key combo you need is the Morgiana and Swift in hand. Once you get those two cards in hand, you're pretty much set to go off. And during those 7 draws from Morgiana or check top 21, you really want to have like at least 3 actions, 1 wolf and double Apollo and whatever else. That's how you get the OTK out, which I will explain later in the video because I'm pretty sure majority guys should know, but I'll explain for those who don't know. We do have Ethan on my right side playing the control version of it, using a lot of removal spells such as Stoning Death, Sign to the Future, and cancel spells such as Whirlwind, Cake Zone, Zig Danger Magic, and also Seal Wind and Light. So a lot of cancel spells preventing your opponent doing stuff. So it's a very grindy version of the deck. So currently the life point was 4,000 compared to 3,800. Now, I'll mention how the combo goes off. Now, in the OTK version, like I said before, all you need is a Morgiana on the field and a Wisp in hand. Now, with the Wisp part, which I explained many times to people, you pay X amount of life point, so you pay 39 or whatever to put yourself down to 100 life, to the point that I draw X amount of cards when for each 500 point I pay. So if Kehnan paid at least 39 life points, or 3,900 life points should I say, he draws 7 cards. But if he has Morgiana in play, he draws up to, well, he checks top 21 cards to grab the key cards you need. So usually that's all you need, because the wolf requires you need to be at least 100 life points to make it as a 0 cost to put on the battlefield. And then during the stack, when you're checking the top 21 cards, your ideal cards you want to grab out of it, you want to grab Priestess Actions, Apollos, Wolves, Adam Broly, whatever you need to go off. Priestess Action is pretty much when you target a beast, it becomes a 0 cost, giving swiftness, target attack, and you draw a card. And if you still have Morgiana in play, you check top 3 cards instead. So which is very hard to beat this type of deck, because it goes off, it has a lot of 0 cost, well, literally a lot of 0 cost to go off from there. So Ethan's playing very passively at the moment, to the point where he has to play passively because he's playing control deck, but he's playing a bit more passive than usual because the fact that he knows that his versus deck in Swiss is very scary. You can literally die very easily against this deck if you tapped out, especially you're playing an interactive deck. If you're tapped out and your opponent knows that you're playing an interactive deck, you are not going to survive this onslaught, because like I said before, this deck can easily do at least a lot of damage, at least 4,000 plus damage single turn. You can even win on turn 2 if your opponent is tapped out on turn 1 for some reason. So it's a very hard deck to beat. So at the moment, life point was 4,000 compared to 3,600. Now, during the middle video, there was a little cutscene. So what people usually, what they see on my videos is that, well, they see people playing the first Magic Stone, seeing both player on 4,000 life point each. But for some reason, there was a cutscene. Now, let me explain what happened now. The video was not recorded during that time for some reason. I believe the person who was supposed to press the record button forgot to press the record button. So that's why it was a little cutscene there. But however, luckily it's not too far ahead. It's just only in game 1 and very like 2 or 3 minutes time missing. So it's not too much that I didn't miss out. So the life point should be exactly the same, because I did hit both players, said, oh, you're on 38 and so on, blah blah blah. So let's see now. Attacking with Familiar Holy Wind, doing this some minor damage, because as I said before, even through Kehnan's not exploding up at the moment, by doing those minor damage, it makes his life a lot easier to like get the OTK off. Sometimes the extra 200, 300 damage dealt directly to the opponent could matter quite a bit. So let's see. Kehnan's trying to do some minor damage as before, attacking Morgiana for 300, which does put even down to 3,100 compared to Kehnan's 4,000. At the moment, I don't think Kehnan can explode at the moment, because if he does explode, he might walk into cancel spells such as Cake Zone, Seal Wind and Light, and so on. So using Priestess Action now. Priestess Action is usually targeted for the wolf, giving a swiftness target attack and you draw a card. But it seems like Kehnan doesn't have a really good hand, so he needs to dig for answers by the looks of it. So that's what he's trying to do at the moment. Now usually you do not want to waste those preset action onto a resonator like other than the beast, because you really want to combo off with those cards, but it seems like he is in desperate measure. He needs to get that draw power going, so he needs to get some way to get those shenanigans going. So passing back to Even's turn. Even it has 2 magic stone, well 4 magic stone open, using Stunning Depth targeting the Morgiana, but however Kehnan, you respond with the mechanic of the Apollo bouncing back the Morgiana, so saving the Morgiana, because as I said before, Morgiana is one of those key cards you want to have on the battlefield, especially in this type of deck, because as I said before, Morgiana plus Wisp is pretty much a guaranteed game. So let's see what can Even do currently at the moment. Playing the Griddle, so ramping up, getting more resource to the point that, you know what, the more resource I have, the better for myself is, especially in the late game, because I can cancel your play and so on, say Sign to the Future, Stunning the Deck, etc, etc, etc. And knowing that Griddle is a good chump blocker against your OTK, so it did its job by ramping, so yeah. So let's see what can Kehnan do now. Usually in this type of game at the moment, it's really hard for the OTK to go off, but if you play very correctly, you'll be completely fine. So currently life point wise 3,100 compared to 4,000 life point, 4 magic stone open for Even, while there is 5 magic stone open for Kehnan. Paying 1, looks like he might be playing the Morgiana back on the battlefield. By playing the Morgiana back on the field, he does allow him to access the draw mechanic from card effect to allow him to get into a better position, but he has to be careful of the cancel spell, because as soon as Even launch a cancel spell against the Morgiana, you're in a lot of trouble, because you do not want to lose that Morgiana, because the Morgiana is one of your part of your win condition or part of your combo piece, and you already have one Morgiana removed in the early game with by Sign to the Future, as you can see. So let's see what can Kehnan do now. Kehnan's gonna incarnate the Cheshire Cat and the Familiar Holy Wind, sacrificing, so Cheshire Cat shuffles go back to the deck, allows him to draw a card. So with Morgiana play, it will allow him to check top 3 instead. So let's see. So it looks like during incarnation cost, while paying the cost by incarnating, Even's planning to respond with something. Most likely, the black, stoning the deck, trying to kill off the Morgiana, so you're not allowing Kehnan to only draw 1 card, so it doesn't allow him to check top 3 to add 1 in hand, limiting the option that Kehnan has at the moment. And usually in OTK deck, you don't really have a lot of cancel spell. We do know that Kehnan has a Whirlwind, but however, Even has 2 open magic stones, so it doesn't really matter. So getting rid of the second Morgiana kind of hurts a little bit, because you actually need the Morgiana to go off. In comes the Cheshire Cat into his hand, so if Morgiana somehow survives, that will be checking top 6. That will be very great for Kehnan at the moment. But however, drawing 2 cards still not a bad thing. So let's see what can he do. But it looks like he puts back the Alice, the 7 land, back to top of the deck, because obviously Alice, the 7 land is a terrible card you want to have in the OTK deck, because it's only there just in case you were about to die, but other than that, it doesn't really do much. But yeah, let's see now. He needs to have some way to get rid of that top card, and it looks like he's incarnating once more, so forcing the shuffle from Cheshire Cat so he doesn't draw that Alice of 7 Kings once more, because obviously by drawing that 1 card in your hand is a dead card. It's not useful against this type of deck, because you will not literally will never well, this will be scenario you will use it to like quick cast that in, but majority of the time you're playing OTK deck, so Alice's 7 land is not really a good card you have in hand. Okay, let's see now. So draw 1 card. He only has 1 draw, so that's all I can do. Drawing back these 7 lands, so not looking too good. So all that effort, that self-negging just to get rid of the Alice in his hand, force him to draw right back. So even like cut it correctly to the point that say, ha, you got a dead card. Drawing 2 cards, drawing a Pumpkin Witch and a I don't know what the second card was. So it was Pumpkin Witch and something else. Putting the 7 Kings back to top of the deck. Again, he does not want that in his hand. It's a terrible card you want to have in the OTK deck. We're currently almost at the 10-minute and 30-second mark now, so towards the mid game. So Kehnan has to find some way to outgrind his opponent, because at the moment he can't really combo off. Not only that, he can't combo up because he doesn't have Wisp in hand. He already lost his Morgiana, so he has to find some way to draw into those key combos. And to make matters worse, the top card in his deck is a terrible card, which is the 7 King land, which you do not want to draw into, unless Ethan attacks, and obviously Kehnan will block with the Cheshire Cat just to force the shuffle off on top of his deck. Then that's the only way to do it, but other than that, that's pretty self-neg as well. So let's see now. Currently, life point wise, 4,100. No, 4,000 life point compared to 3,100. We do see a Moonshade, so which allows him to use Seal, Wind, and Light a bit more effectively, to the point that, you know what, I'm gonna cancel your play, and and I'm gonna make it unchaseable, so to the point that you can't respond with a cancel spell yourself. In comes the Arthur, the Pendragon. Very strong card. Pendragon allows you to force your opponent to attack into it if able, if it's rested. But you can force Pendragon to rest by using his tap ability. By tapping it, you give a resonate plus 800 defense. So what does that mean? You give an extra 800 defense, so every single resonator has to attack into it. So which is kind of good in a way to block those massive wolf attack if your opponent is about to go off. If I was Kehnan, I would just randomly Whirlwind just to force the one-tap Magic Stone. Now, a lot of people say, why would you do that? Well, first of all, you will avoid Cake Stone, you will avoid the Seal, Wind, and Light, and so on. Yeah, you can avoid a lot of stuff, but however, if you don't, as long as you see 2 Magic Stone open, it's really hard to like combo off. But at the moment, I don't think Kehnan has the combo cards in hand, so maybe he made a correct choice. But if it was me, I would just force it out, see I can push for it. Because I do have Adam. Well, he has Adam Brawl in hand, not me. But since he has Adam Brawl in hand, you can actually risk to the point that I'll play Pumpkin Witch, combo off, Incarnate, and so on. So let's see, typing for another Magic Stone. 6 Magic Stone compared to 7 Magic Stone, incarnating Cheshire Cat and Adam Brawley for another Adam Brawley, so he doesn't have to attack with it. So which is a good thing, but again, self-negging. He'll lose his field anyway, so he might as well incarnate to draw a card, I guess. So he doesn't really lose much out of it, but still lose a card. Drawing a Cheshire Cat, not bad. So which allows him to draw more cards to the point that, you know what, I'm going to draw more cards to the point I have more cards in hand and get my combo piece, hopefully. Drawing 2 cards, drawing Morgiana and another Cheshire Cat, which is a good card to draw into. And obviously you could put back the 7 Kings. You do not want the 7 Kings in your hand. At the moment, Kehnan does have a lot of resources to play with, and he knows for the fact that he can actually doesn't have to worry too much, because even his opponent cancel him, he still have Whirlwind in play to the point that he can cancel his opponent's cancel spell, Cake Zone, Seal, Wind, and Light, and so on. So let's see what can Kehnan do now. Kehnan's gonna play Cheshire Cat, so which does allow him to combo off a bit now. So checking top 3, so one of them will be out, getting the Wisp. Wow. Such a key card now. He would actually, if I was him, I would actually grab the Wisp right now. You know for the fact that your opponent has 2 Magic Stone open, and you can combo off right now. Literally can combo off right now. But again, he has to be very careful, because he already used one of his previous action, which is he used to force himself to draw a card to get himself in a better position. He should combo off now. I recommend he should combo off, because even your opponent used like a cancel spell, you still have a Whirlwind in hand, which you can prevent your opponent from doing anything. So if I was him, I would actually use the Wisp right now to combo off. But however, the Pendragon is still in play, so forcing all his Resonator to attack into it. But if you can combo off and get the Wolf on the battlefield, it's still a very good combo play off. Unless your opponent play Heidi or Adam Broly with a Darkness Resonator, then that's not a really good idea to use Wisp, but you should be able to go off at this point, because in top 8 you're able to see your opponent's deck list, or both players can see their everyone's deck list to the point that they know what they're going up against. So yeah, so he knows for the fact that his opponent does not play any drain effects, so he should be okay to go off at the moment. Current life point was 4,000 compared to 3,100. Soon it will be 100 if Kehnan plays the Wisps, which I recommend he should, because if he does, he can combo off right now and go very aggressive to the point that get rid of his opponent's field and so on, and have a very strong field at the same time. So let's see. Currently life point wise 4,000 compared to 3,100. By the looks of it, he's going to do it. He's going to activate Wisp, which will put him down to 100 by playing 3,900. But let's see, does Even have the cancel spell? Even he has the cancel spell, he will actually lose the Whirlwind. Here comes the Cake Zone. So Cake Zone kicks in to prevent the Wisp from happening, and in comes the Whirlwind. So it will resolve. So now in comes the solitary play now. So you're playing a solitary game, checking top 21 cards. So checking top 3 first, Priestess Action, which is nice because again, like I said before, Priestess Action is one of the key cards you want to grab in hand, grabbing another Wolf. So yeah, looks like Kehnan is going to go explode off at the moment, but however, he is versing a tree deck, so getting that OTK off is a bit harder than you think, because think of this way, your opponent's playing tree, even you do like 4,000 plus damage, he will still survive a little bit unless you drain his life point down to 0 instead of doing damage. Not only that, he has a Pendragon in play, which will force all your Resonator to attack into it. So at least you can get rid of the Pendragon, which is a good thing. Another piece is actually nice, because you actually need the combo off, and those are the key cards you need. So let's see now. With 100 life point, he shouldn't be too scared, because at the moment, even his opponent able to do like 100 damage at the moment, he can still survive because the tree will allow him to survive once more, getting a Owls and Excalibur X on the battlefield. Priestess Action, checking top 3, going off again, adding the Whirlwind. So yeah, in comes the power play now, attacking into the Pendragon, and obviously Pendragon will survive, and obviously the Wolf will survive, because Wolf is sitting on 1414, so Pendragon is 200 attack short to get rid of it. So let's see what can Even do now. He's currently tapped out, so to the point that Kehnan can just go off at the moment and just do a ton of damage to his Resonator. But however, the Pendragon is just preventing him doing damage directly to the opponent at the moment. In comes another action, his third action, so he has to be very careful when to use the fourth action and so on. Adding a Priest, so looks like he's attacking to it, and Pendragon do survive obviously because he's sitting on 1220. So in comes another Wolf. Does he have that last action? Yep, he does have the last action. Using action again, drawing cards, and then attacking directly into the Pendragon. So getting rid of Pendragon, not only that, getting rid of Pendragon and have a strong field, 2 Cheshire Cat can block anything except for flyers, and not only that, you can do a lot of damage on the board in next turn if your opponent cannot kill you. Yep, attacking into the Pendragon, killing it. So he has 3 Wolves in play, which is sitting on 14 each. 2 Cheshire Cat, 1 Adam Broly, and 1 Morgiana, compared to even nothing on the field. So very strong. Knowing that he has a large hand as well, so so he can just like go off still. It really depends, because he already used 4 of his actions, so he has no way doing a lot of damage. But however, having 3 Wolves in play, 14 each, it's gonna be very hard for Even to get around those Wolves, because again, 14 each, like you can take 1 or 2, but I can't take all of it. And knowing that, you have to find some way to prevent your opponent from going off again, because like once he goes off from this point, even he doesn't kill you, he can kill you next turn. So Even has to find a way to board wipe the field. So what would be nice at the moment, because currently Kehnan is tapped out, So if he has like, you know, escape, interdimensional escape at the moment, that would be great, wiping the whole entire field, taking care of 2 Cheshire Cat, 2 wolves, 1 Adam Brolly, and 1 more Jana. Most likely Kehnan will keep the 1 wolf, because the wolf is single 14-14, why wouldn't you keep it? In comes Foreman, getting 800 life back and putting 3 cards back to the bottom deck and drawing 4. So which does allow him to gain a bit more life to survive, and not only that, drawing better cards he needs, so such as removal spell like Stoning to Death, Sign of the Future, and so on. Let's see what can he do at the moment. Paying 2 more. Looks like he could be playing a Riddle. No, he's playing another Foreman, gaining extra 800 life, so trying to survive like on the onslaught play for next turn. So returning 4 cards, he draws 5, so which is great, allowing him to gain life and draw a better card. So you can say an extra mulligan. So let's see what he drew into. So let's see, paying 1, paying 1, paying 2. 2 greens, 2 darks, so it could be a Stoning to Death. No, another Foreman. Wow, that's a lot of life you just gained back to 5,500 life point, and drawing like another 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, drawing 5 more cards. Wow, looks like Kehnan might not able to get the kill off, but however, 4 wolves, no, not 4, 3 wolves in play. That's is a total of like what? They're 14 each, times it by 3. That is a total of 42 damage, so he can still get the game off if he's able to do enough damage. So yeah, let's see what can Ethan do in this situation. He only has 2 Magic Stone open, so what I gotta do, because like the only way you get around it is Sign to the Future, but it seems like he didn't have it, or he doesn't have it in general. So it's gonna be a very tough play for at the moment for Ethan. Attacking directly with Adam Brolly for 600 damage, putting down to 49. Attack directly with the wolf, putting down to 35. Ouch, it's not looking too good at the moment. Those wolves are doing a lot of damage, even with the let's see, he played 3 Foremen, so he gained, let's see, 16. He gained 24 life, but I don't think that's enough. Attacking 300 directly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this should be game now because he's within range from Adam Brolly. Yep, he's activating Adam Brolly. He's using the Apollo, bouncing back to Adam Brolly. And Adam Brolly's effect is that when you sacrifice any resonator or any color resonator, and if one of them is darkness, you drain your opponent 400 life, so you instantly win the game. Yeah, that's pretty much game from here. He can't stop it. His opponent currently has to find some way to prevent from happening. In comes Zeke the Ancient Magic, paying 200 life. And in comes the Whirlwind, so that should be the game, guys. Yep, that's the game. Thank you for watching. Thank you, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.